Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we are continuing our playthrough of Sinister Motives. We are on villain number 3, which is Mysterio. Because we're switching back and forth between Gwen and Miles, it is Miles' turn to go up against Mr. Quentin. So, I've already gone over the deck composition for this aggression deck, but I will go over it quickly here for those who have not watched the other video on the deck design or the previous game with Miles. So, for our aggression, we have Spider-Girl, 2 copies of Chase Them Down, 3 copies of Dropkick, 2 copies of Clobber, 2 copies of Press the Advantage, 2 Power of Aggression. For upgrade, we have Martial Prowess and 2 copies of Assault Training. For our basic cards, trying to keep on theme for the Spider-Verse here, we have Spider-Man Hobie Brown, Ghost Spider, and Mockingbird, just to keep those stuns coming. For our supports, we have Helicarrier, Web of Life and Destiny. For our upgrades, we have Plan B, mostly because I really love the art on this card of Spider-Ham biting somebody or a duffel bag. I really can't tell what's going on in the art. Across the Spider-Verse is an event. And, of course, our usual strength, genius, and energy. So we are going to get shuffled up and ready to go. We'll be right back. We are back, shuffled up, and ready to go. Since we play on Expert, we are on Mysterio, Stage 2. He has a 2 scheme and a 2 attack, 17 health. When revealed, in player order, shuffle the top card of the encounter deck into each player's deck, which has happened. I can tell from the color that it's about halfway down. Creeping Fear has a forced response after you resolve a boost card during Mysterio's activation. Place that card on the bottom of your deck if it has the illusion trait. His scheme, part of the setup was to put a shifting apparition out into play. Scheme of 1, attack of 1. 1 health, it's an illusion. He has guard, or it has guard. When defeated, if this minion was defeated with excess damage, the defeating player shuffles the top card in the encounter deck into their deck. So lots of shuffling in this game. So important to try and ping them off, or else you're just adding more and more encounter cards into your deck. His first stage of his scheme, it's a 2-stage main scheme, has an 8 threshold. Maze of Mirrors. Force interrupt when you would draw or discard an encounter card from your deck. Deal it to yourself as a face-down encounter card and draw 1 card. Starts on 2 and goes up by 1 threat automatically every turn. After looking at this scenario, I don't think I would ever want to play Scarlet Witch, no matter how powerful she is, into a deck like this, because you would just end up with your deck completely flooded with encounter cards and dealing them to yourself all the time. So, just as a refresher, for Miles, he starts with 9 health. On his alter ego side, he has 4 recovery. Response, after you change this form, shuffle 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. On his hero side, he has a 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense, Venom Blast special, deal 2 damage to an enemy, stun that enemy. Spider Camouflage special, give Spider-Man a tough status card and confuse an enemy. Very powerful ability. And he starts with a hand of 6. So let's see what we drew. Dropkick, Arachnobatics, Assault Training, Clobber, Genki Lee, and Chase Them Down. Okay. A lot of options here. Don't know if we really want Genki Lee this early. So we can't replace him easily, so we don't have any additional cards yet. Arachnobatics would be great. Doesn't trigger any or inbuilt abilities. Let's see. Chase them down. Chase them down will be good because we know we want to get rid of shifting apparition. It's a 2-for-1 when getting rid of, to get the thwart off of Maze of Mirrors. Dropkick, very expensive for us right now, unfortunately. And we don't really have all of the resources we need for that. So unfortunately, it's going to have to go. Genki's going to have to go. Clobber might keep just to be able to get it back in hand. Arachnobatics, not at the moment, because we have no way of stunning her off the bat. We're going to keep Assault Training, though, just to get some of our, to get Dropkick back in our deck. All right. Let's see what we draw back up into. 1, 2, 3. Power of Aggression, Double Life, and Arachnobatics again. Okay. So I think that we want to Clobber, because it's going to be the first card we play this round, to take out the apparition. Oh, first of all, of course, we have to switch to Miles. So, Power of Aggression to Clobber. It's going to do 3 damage to the enemy. We know that when defeated, if this enemy was defeated with excess damage, the defeating player shuffles the top card of the encounter deck into your deck. So let's shuffle that in. There we go. Clobber comes back to our hand. We're going to play Chase Them Down. As a response, after here attacks and defeats an enemy. Oh, no, we attacked. That was an attack card. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. So Maze of Mirrors. So now what are we going to do? We don't need to switch back with Double Life. So we're going to use Clobber to pay for Assault Training. Put 2 down. We're going to use Assault Training to put Dropkick back into our deck. Lots of shuffling in this game. Because the backs of the encounter cards are a different color, and we can decide when we want to stop shuffling, we can manipulate where those cards end up, and we don't want them anywhere near the top. I don't view this as any kind of cheat because let's say you're playing without sleeves, or you're playing with transparent sleeves, so you could always see the back color is different from your character deck anyway. So we can go as long as we want and manipulate this shuffle, so that should be okay. That's keeping them at the bottom. And we're going to Arachnobatics. Attack, deal 2 damage to enemy. Doesn't have a stun card, so we're just going to do the 2. But at least we have some damage on the board. Okay. Back to us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, back to him, or on to Mysterio. So, Spider-Man, Hobie Brown, Power of Aggression, Genius, Power Within, Energy. Okay. So, he's going to scheme. He's going to attack. Not going to bother defending. It's just a base attack of 2. So it's 3. encounter card. He's going to attack. This time I think I will defend. Defense of 2. Attack of 2. Deepest Fears. When revealed, discard cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of cards in your hand. If at least one identity-specific card is discarded this way. Oh, no, this is the boost card. So this doesn't do anything. Okay. I'll read that again if it comes up. But right now, it's not relevant. So he does no damage to us. Okay. Let's then... I want to hang on to Power Within for sure for the next turn. So let's use our Assault, if there are any. What do we want back in our deck? Clobber? Chase them down? Let's put Clobber back in. Make sure we shuffle to keep those pesky cards on the bottom. All right, let's... Fortunately, we can't Power Within because we're currently exhausted. Let's do that. Let's play out Hobie Brown. Play only if you control a Web Warrior card, which we do. Interrupt when Spider-Man leaves play. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Deal damage to the villain equal to the number of boost icons discarded this way. I'm just going to hold on to these 2. We're going to attack for 1. Not tremendously exciting. And back to us. We're back to drawing up. I don't know why I keep saying that, but... Clobber, Ghost Spider, Double Life, Power of Aggression. Alright. I think it looks pretty good for next turn. He's going to scheme. He's going to attack. Going to have Spider-Man, Hobie Brown get in the way. Okay, so it's an attack of 2. So it's 4. So away goes Spider-Man. Now we discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. So that's 1, 2. Whoa, 5. There's 5 damage to Mysterio on the way out. All right. Encounter card. Treachery, Deja Vu, Peril. When revealed, choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Shuffle Deja Vu into the player's deck. I'm just going to take damage. These things just keep coming. They're filling up my deck. Eventually, they're going to get drawn. But I don't want them to be. So, now it is back to us. Let's see. A lot we can do here. We can actually stun him this turn using Power Within. Okay, let's see how we can do this. We're going to clobber for 3. Then that comes back to our hand. We're going to use we have a lot of options here. Do we need to use double life this turn? I don't know if we do. Let's think about it. Yeah, I don't think we really want to. So let's then use a basic power, so we're going to thwart. Oh, no, sorry, we got to do this in a better order. I have to play that card out first. So, let's spend Ghost Spider to put out Power Within. Then we thwart. After we use the basic power, we resolve Spider-Man's Venom Blast ability. So it's going to do 2 damage. And then stun him. So Power Within is gone. Then we're going to switch over. If you change this form, shuffle 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. Kind of want Power Within again. So it's going to get shuffled back. Shuffle until we see that those nasty green cards are nearer to the bottom. There we go. Then we will double life. We paid for it with a strength card. So we're going to change our form back, ready our identity, and then attack for 2. And we're ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Helicarrier, Web Shot, Power Within, Martial Prowess, Web of Life and Destiny. Okay. It's going to scheme. You cannot attack. And encounter card. Manipulated Mind, Illusion. Treat attached ally as a minion with a blank text box. Well, there is no minion. When revealed, attach to the ally you control the lowest cost. If you cannot, gain Surge. Analysis Paralysis. When revealed, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your Nemesis side scheme, then reveal it. Place X additional threat here, where X is equal to the amount of threat on that side scheme. Okay. Wow, that's very interesting. So it gets 1 to start with, and it's revealed, but it's not put into play. All right. That may be one I might have to look up. The side scheme. X additional threat here, amount of threat on that side scheme. Okay, so it's an additional 3. It doesn't say to put it into play, it just says to reveal it. I'm going to have to look that one up, I think. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and based on the rulebook ruling about what reveal means. If it's revealed from any other card effect, it does actually put it into place. And now we have tracking prey. So we've got Prowler's side scheme without Prowler. When revealed, if you're in alter ego form, place 1 acceleration token here. Well, luckily, we don't. We're not in alter ego form. But now that was 2 side schemes in 1 turn. That's pretty unpleasant. Not gonna lie. Okay. I think we've got the game state now restored. Analysis paralysis caused tracking prey to come out as the encounter card. So now it is back to us. Well then. That is very unpleasant. Let's see. Now he's going to be accelerating, and he's going to get extra. But I wonder if I can't get all the threat off of it. And I wonder if the time is now to try and race him. So we're going to Helicarrier Power Within. We're going to attack him for 2. Whoops. So he's going to flip. 3rd stage, when revealed, discard the top 5 cards of the player's deck. And then we have the same illusion ability, so I have to get rid of 5 cards off of the deck. And his hit points are... they go down to 16. I think that's the first villain I've seen where their hit points drop on their 3rd stage. Interesting. Okay, so he took the 2. We're going to then trigger Venom Blast to do 2 more and stun him again. Then we're going to, we're going to web shot. So hero action attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using an energy resource, which we did, resolve the Venom Blast ability. So hit him for 4, and then hit him for 2 again. It's down to 10, then down to 8. Yeah, I think it's probably our best option to try and rush him down. Oh, I forgot to discard the top 5. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are gone. So he's stunned. So that's good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those those green cards still aren't there yet. Defense mechanism, Clobber, Jefferson Davis, chase them down, press the advantage. Okay. So, he is now going to scheme. It's accelerated for 2. He's stunned, so he can't do anything. Encounter card. Villain, each minion engaged with you attacks you. So he's going to attack this time. Do I just take the hit? It's doing attack of 2. It's doing 2 damage. 3 damage. Yeah, that could kill us, so we're going to have to defend. So doing 3, 4, so we're down to 3. Was that an illusion? Yes, it was. On the top of the deck now. Ah, I see. Let's see. And that was the encounter card, and he attacked. Okay. So. We can do 3. For 5. So we can do 5 this turn. Do we try and race this? I don't really know if we can because we're not able to stun him right now. So we're going to clobber for 3. Clobber back to our hand. I think we're going to press the advantage to do 2. We're going to keep clobber. We are going to flip over to Miles' side. 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. I feel that's going to be Web Shot. Because this way that gets that pesky card off of the top. I feel like this is certainly an interesting way to... he's pretty well suited to play against Mysterio using his own techniques. And yes, I am going to manipulate this shuffle as much as possible to keep those green cards off of me. There we go. Again, not cheating. There's no regulation or anything in the game that says you can't keep shuffling until you see what you like. Okay. Yeah, we're going to ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to get him this turn unless something goes terribly wrong. Clobber, Spider-Girl, drop kick, press the advantage, drop kick, swing in. Well, that's quite a bit. Okay. So he is going to now scheme. It's now at 8. He is going to scheme. This time, if I receive a boost card during it's put that, so the boost card's going to go on top no matter what. It's a 3, so that's going to flip no matter what. So it's 6, so yeah, for sure. Resolve a boost card if it has the illusion trait. Okay, so that doesn't go there. So, Maze of Mirrors is about to flip. Edge of Reality. In player order, shuffle the top 2 cards of the encounter deck into each player's deck. Edge of Reality, force interrupt when you would draw or discard an encounter card from your deck, deal it to yourself and draw a card. Okay. And that starts on 3. So, top 2 cards, shuffled in or go on top. I got to reread that. Shuffle. Okay. Now, unless we get a particularly bad encounter card, I think we've got him this turn. Look at that. Okay, here's our encounter card. Attach your identity. You cannot ready allies or persona support you control. Alter ego actions. This is Delusion of Collusion. Discard an ally or persona support you control. Discard this card. Well, I don't have any personas. I don't have any allies. So it's our turn, and the way is clear for us here. Even after all that, we can just use... Oh, we can flip over Spider-Man, use our Clobber. Clobber is an all-star card in this deck for sure. He didn't really even use Venom Blast that much to do the last 3 against him. Wow, I'm surprised how well that went, considering how many side schemes and so on were out, but he just... Spider-Man could just keep hitting him. And even with all the shuffling, both from Spider-Man's own abilities and own cards to shuffle cards back in, you can keep those encounter cards under control. Yeah, I mean, it feels like cheating, but there is no way it can be, because there's no rule in the game about how much you have to shuffle. And as I said before, even if you have unsleeved cards or transparent cards, you can quite easily see where those encounter cards are because of the different color on the back of the cards. So, wow, that went really well. Again, this Aggression Spider-Man deck I'm finding is amazing. Clobber turns out to be the MVP card of this deck. Wow, didn't suspect that Mysterio would go down so very quickly. So, there we have it. Mysterio, as tricky as he is not as smart as he thinks he is, and gets taken out by Miles. Nobody can fool him. He's a smart kid. Okay, well, if you enjoyed that, let me know in the comments below. If you spotted anything I may have done wrong, please point that out. That's the only way that you learn and get better at the game. If you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content, hit the notification bell for when I post new videos. So, thanks very much, and we will see you in the next game. Until then, happy gaming.